The video call round 2 is just so as to check the mentality and the psychology of you. Fine. Hi guys, myself Shubham Sharma. In today's video, I would be discussing about my interview experience of Vedantu Academy Counselor job. So, in order to analyze each and everything in complete details, let's move on to our screen. Okay. So, as you may see here, the whole selection procedure for the Vedantu Academic Counselor job role can be categorized into 4 parts. The first part is telephonic interview, then the second round or the second part you may say is video call interview, then the third part is again a video call interview, then the fourth part is HR call, okay, which is related to offer letter, salary, and the date of joining. Fine. So let us analyze each and every part in complete detail. So I would be discussing about each and every questions which were asked with me in each and every rounds of Vedantu Academic Counselor job role. Fine. So after 15 to 20 days of applying, I received a telephonic call, okay, on my mobile device. Okay, fine. So the recruiter called me and said to me that you would be receiving a telephonic call, or you may say a telephonic interview, within 24 to 72 hours. Then within 2 days I received the call for the telephonic interview. Fine. First is telephonic interview, in which the first question they asked me is introduce yourself. So introduce yourself. You may introduce about saying your education background, what you have done in college, which college you belongs to. Okay, these are the things which you have to say in your what? This question, that is introduce yourself. Fine. Then the next question which was asked to me is what do you know about Vedantu? So basically I would suggest you so as to have a brief overview of Vedantu. Basically I would suggest you so as to have a quick overview of Vedantu company. Okay, so you should have an overview about what Vedantu does and when was it founded. Okay, so basic details you need to have it. Fine. Like it's a live learning platform, it helps the student to prepare for various entrance exam. Okay, so these things you should know. Fine. So the next question was what do you do, that is whether you are freshers or do you have some experience. Okay, so in accordance with you may answer this question. Fine. Then the next question was why shift to Vedantu academic counselor role? Because I was having an educator role in an academy, so they asked me this question. So in accordance with me, I answered this question, and you have to answer this question in accordance with you. If you are doing certain jobs, okay, then you may answer your question in accordance with your situation. Then the next question was why sales job? They said to me, since you have this much technical skills, you have also academic knowledge, and you are also studying in a prestigious institute like JMI, so why you are opting for the sales job? Basically they want to ask that why you are joining the sales job after doing engineering. Okay, and what do you think about the sales job? Okay, so they try to manipulate the question so as to take out the intimate response of you. So in the telephonic round, basically they want to check whether the applicant is worthy of having a video call interview. Fine. So these all things they would be asking about. So just after what? The telephonic interview, they would give you the time that after 15 or 20 minutes, okay, they would allot you the time that at that time you would be having a video call interview, and you have to join via what? A link. So they would share a link. So they shared a link to me. It was their platform, Vedantu platform, that is Wave. So they took the interview on Wave. So they would not be taking the interview on Zoom or Google Meet for the first round. So they did this to me. Fine. So now comes the video call first round. Same question was asked again, that is introduce yourself. I introduced myself, okay, according to me. Okay, you have to introduce yourself according to yourself. Fine. Then they asked me why Vedantu. Okay, there are various options there in the market. Why you want to join Vedantu? Okay, so I gave the answer in accordance with it. Fine. So the next question was, what if you are not selected in Vedantu? So I gave the answer that I have applied in this and that various firms. If I don't get the offer letter or the selection from Vedantu, then I would join there. So this was a basically simple question they asked me. Okay, then the next question they asked me, okay, fine. What if the lead don't know the language of yours? That is, I know English and Hindi. So they said to me, what if the lead, that is the customer, know language like Tamil or Bangla or Marathi, which you don't know? So what you will do in that condition? So you have to be ready with your answer for this condition. Okay. So basically what they will do is put you in the most negative condition which they put, and you have to find out the way so as to come out of it. Fine. So this is the basic thing which you would be doing there, and which I would also suggest you to do. That is, find out the positivity in all the negative condition. This is the main role of any sales job. Fine. Then they gave me a scenario. They said to me, a student had just come in 11th class, okay, and he or she had scored 95% marks in her or his 10th class, and you have to convince the parents so as to join Vedantu. Okay, so this was the thing they told to me. Then I called them and we had a conversation. Fine. Then they put me the counter questions. Okay, first counter questions was, they said to me, sir, we had a very bad experience with Byju's. Our student doesn't understand anything which was told on Byju. So why should we join Vedantu? The similar thing would gonna happen here. Okay, so I answered this question in the convincing way which I could do. Fine. Then the next question was, they said to me, our student doesn't have any time. Okay, so I said to him that these are the possible ways when your student can learn, and one more thing I added to them, that the lessons are also pre-recorded, that if a student doesn't get the time, then he or she may attend the recorded session also, because the live session would be also available in the recorded form afterwards. The next counter question they asked me, that is, what if I am not satisfied with Vedantu also, then what I would do then? So I said to them, sir, these and that are our terms and condition, that if you follow them, then you would get your 100% refund. Okay, so this type of conversation was there. So after the scenario condition, they gave me advice, okay, that everything is fine, but I would suggest you try to be more aggressive, because salesperson are more aggressive. Fine. So this was done with it. Then they said to me that it is good to go for the next round from my end. Fine. Then comes the video call interview round 2, which was held within 48 hours of the round 1. Fine. Then again the same question was asked, that is, introduce yourself. I did it again. Okay. So the next question was, what's your goal with Vedantu? You want to have a long-term planning with Vedantu or just a short-term? Okay. So what they are trying to analyze is that whether you would be sticking to the job or would be leaving the job within 2 to 3 months. Fine. What the most of the people do. Okay. But you have to answer the first option, that is long-term. Okay. Then the next question was personal growth versus work-life balance. How do you see them? So basically the second round of the video call is so as to check the psychology of you. They are just trying to play the psychology of you, whether your psychology is best fit for the sales job or not. Okay. So here you have to pick personal growth over work-life balance, because there is not so good work-life balance in sales job. So what they want is a person who can work hard and does not focus on their work-life balance more. Fine. So you need to be like the person they want. Okay. You need not to show that I'm like this or I'm like that. So what they want. Okay. Then you would not have any problem in the interview. Fine. And you would be selected. Then they asked me that what's the difference between a typical sales job and academic counselor role. Fine. So you should be ready with this answer. Okay. That what's the difference between academic counselor role of Vedantu and typical sales job. Okay. Then the next question was, how do you see yourself after 1 year? Okay. So they're just trying to analyze whether you would be sticking to the job. Okay. And how do you see yourself with your Vedantu? So here you may boast of anything that I would be the head of the region or okay, because they want that mentality only. Okay. So you must say that fine, sir, I want to be the regional manager of North India after 1 year. Okay. So you have to answer it. Fine. Then the next part was, what do you feel about the sales job? Here they want to check the mentality again, that what is your psychology about the sales job. As I said to you in the initial part of the round 2, that the video called round 2 is just so as to check the mentality and the psychology of you. Fine. While in the round 1, they were just trying to check your communication skills and various soft skills. Fine. Then they asked me, do you know it's a 6-day job? So would you able to work with it? I said, yes sir, I would be able to work fine, no issues. Because what you have to do, just say yes and yes for each and every question. That is, you should be in positive tone. Okay, for every negative thing they are giving to you, you should reply in a positive tone. That is the basic thing they want from you. Fine, be positive in all conditions. Then they said to me that Sunday would not be off. Would you able to be cope up with it? I said, no issues with me. I would be able to handle it easily. Then they gave me a scenario. Fine. You would be having a scenario both in round 1 and in round 2 also. Fine. Then the scenario was, if a boss, okay, or the head of you, 15 minutes before just the end of the day, ask you and assign you a work, how would you respond? So as I said to you in the initial part itself, that basically round 2 is a game of psychology. Fine. So in accordance with it, you have to answer this question. You have to show the positivity in all the negative conditions. Fine. Then they asked me that, wanna ask anything more? I said yes. Basically at this point I would suggest you so as to ask more and more questions which you could to the HR. Don't be like that. No, I don't want anything. I'm done with it. No. With that question, they want to check the interest of the applicant. Fine. And then C said to me that you are good to go from my end and you are selected. And you would receive a HR call regarding offer letter, salary and the joining date. Fine. So this was all about my interview experience of Vedantu Academic Counselor. I had tried to make this video most concise one, that is smallest as I could. And in the next video, I would be discussing about the answers which I gave to these questions. Okay. So stay tuned with me. I will meet you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.
हमको आते ऑफर हमने बात आगे बढ़ाई नहीं, हम्बल रखा मुझे मेरे पापा की पिटाई ने, लेकिन ज्यादा उंगली करी पूरा हाथ देंगे और घने दीदे पाड़े साड़े धुम्मा ठा देंगे।